on the channel from AEW Unrivaled Series 9, Brian Cage.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Unrivaled Series 9 unboxing and review. And today we've got the second Cage brother, as we already did Christian Cage. Today we got Brian Cage, and tomorrow Nicolas Cage, so stay tuned for that on the channel. But Brian Cage here today from AEW Unrivaled Series 9, and like a lot of the other ones, all the other ones in Series 9, brand new, first time in the line. Brian Cage has had micro brawlers in the past. He has a god-awful FTC figure. I think I even had that for a brief time. But that Brian Cage, not so good. This one, hopefully better, and we'll see. But Brian Cage seems to be missing in action. He's old MIA. We haven't seen him on AEW TV. It's probably been a year now, so I don't even know. Is he really with AEW? There was rumors he re-signed. I have no idea, but I guess at least we got a Brian Cage Jazzwares figure before things were all said and done. Maybe he'll come back with a big fire and come after people, do something like that. Or maybe he's going to move on to greener pastures. I'm not exactly sure. But Brian Cage in Unrivaled Series 9, at least we got one of them. And we're going to do this review. Guess what? Like we do all the other reviews on the channel, we're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And there's old Brian Cage. Look at him mean mugging down there. And one thing about Brian Cage, which I mentioned about Powerhouse Hobbs as well, I love big jacked up dude wrestlers. Brian Cage, one of those guys. Quite the transformation in his career. If you look at early versions of Brian Cage when he was first starting out, he was a heck of a lot smaller. He's been really pounding that protein, I guess. He's been getting those egg whites and drinking those protein shakes in the middle of the night to keep his size. I'm sure that's what he's doing out there. And yeah, big dude. And I'm always happy to get more big dudes in my toy lines, especially my wrestling lines. And it looks like we've got extra hands and heads. We'll see how good that is there. But like I said, Glamour Shot, Unrivaled logo, AEW, typical packaging, Brian Cage, AEW logo, a little Glamour Shot. He is number 74, and of course this is Series 9 AEW Jazzwares Unrivaled. AEW logo on that side. Spells Rampage if you line them up, as we talked about. And then in the back of there he is, little Glamour Shot action, Brian Cage, little autograph there right underneath his armpit. And then, of course, watch Dynamite on AEW TV on TNT. Watch TBS, too, while you're at it. And then you got the cross-sell down below. We've unboxed these all on the channel. Make sure you check them out if you missed any for whatever reason. And then, of course, at the end of the week, we're going to rank them from my least favorite to my favorite, so stay tuned for that as well. Let's read the back. Wish there was a blurb. No blurb. Nothing to say about Brian Cage here. But I can tell you this picture and this outfit and this figure is from Rampage 10/8/2021, Philadelphia, PA. So, gosh, I guess it has been, it hasn't even been a year. It seems like it's been 10 years since I've seen Brian Cage on TV, but as this says, hasn't even been a year, which is just crazy. Boy, this must have been one of his last appearances then, I would have to imagine. But it is what it is. The numbers never lie. I would never call them a liar on the back of the package. Let's get them out of the package, speaking of packages. All right, pulling, tearing, see you later. Rookie unboxing, see you later. First time I've ever unboxed a figure, apparently. Pull them out. There it is. Boom, see you later. Larry Bird style, hitting that old three-pointer. That's what you got to do from time to time. Get Brian Cage right there. There he is, looking only like he could look in the plastic prison in Unrivaled Series 9. Hands, heads, he's ready to go. He's ready to party. Let's see. Let's pull him out of here. There it is. And there it goes. See you later. Now, we know he was the FTW champion, so if we could have got the FTW title, would have been okay with him as well. What do we got? Oh, man, what are we doing here? All right, hand discussion. Always a challenging discussion with the Jazzwares figures, as you guys know. We got two gripping hands. One has a bigger grip. One has a little lesser grip, but they're two gripping hands at the end of the day, so we got those going on. Got an extra head with him. We'll talk about that here in a second. But let's get down to these hands right here. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like he's a member of, like, the mob or something. Is he like Sicilian? He's got one of these going on. Oh, that's a great piece of pizza. That's what I do on my pizza reviews. I check it out. I say, oh, beautiful. So he's got that going on. Those are very strange hands, and I don't think we've ever seen these from Jazzwares. Where did this idea come from? Where did they come from? Where did the fists go? Why didn't we get one fist with Brian Cage? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know what is going on there. But now Brian Cage, let's get down to the figure here. The hands are head scratching. The head is a little head scratching as well. And this isn't against the figure. I guess this is about Brian Cage's facial hairstyle. I don't know what he's going for with those sideburns. I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's trying to be like Wolverine a little bit there, but it just doesn't work on the figure form. I don't know if it really works in person either, but figure form especially. He does got a little bit of that G.G. Allen look almost going on there. Or it was his brother Merle. I can't remember what it was, but a little bit strange, that facial hair. And it does take away from the figure. It wouldn't be bad if I could get this repainted and taken that down. It might be a better looking head sculpt, but you can't fault Jazzwares for this because that's what he was wearing for whatever reason he was doing that. Trying to stand out, but I don't think he stood out in a good way for that. But one thing that does stand out with this figure is the heft and the bodybuilding, the big figure. You guys know I love big, beefy figures, and this is a really superhuman type look. This is what I would imagine like an Ultimate Warrior Jazzwares figure. Throw some face paint, some tassels, some bright colors, and man, we're off to the races with a big jacked up dude. I do like the looks of that a whole lot. So I do like that. Articulation, same as all these Jazzwares figures. I'll run through it quick. You got the bicep cut, of course the arms back, forth, all down, up, down, and around. You got the nice ratchet joints, nice tight on the shoulders. Double jointed elbows. Still a little bit too loose for me for what I would like there, so we got that unfortunately. He does have forearm guards. We got the, I almost said red, but no, it's black and yellow, and then white and yellow going on. And then he's got his Sicilian Mafia hands going on. He's a member of the mob, as we all know. And then he's got his trunks on. He got yellow, black, and then, yeah, white. So there you go, all the colors there. Got a little skull action on the back. Kind of gets lost. There's a little too much going on in the trunks for me. You follow a lot of that pattern down to the legs. He's got the old X-Men type gear going on. He's got the X logos on the knees. And then he's got the black boot and black knee pad and the white opposite one. So we got that going on there. Of course, articulation-wise, double jointed knees. Got the knee pads, thigh cut, ankles move up, down, all around, side to side. And then you got the boot cut as well. An interesting Brian Cage figure. Definitely better than his FTC. I will give him that. Of course, I'm sure he will fit on this ringside stand. And he does like a champ. I like this figure a lot. I'm just lost a little bit on the head sculpt. And like I said, that's not against AEW Jazzwares. We do get the second head. This one's a little bit more expression to it. This is more plain Jane, which looks strange once again with that mustache. Or not even mustache. I don't know what you get. Beard, I guess. It's just a little strange to me. There's something I don't like it. I don't know. It kind of ruins the figure for me. I got to be honest. But once again, that's not Jazzwares' fault. That's what he was wearing at the time. So that's just style choices. He might look back, 10 years from now, or maybe might look back today and say, I should have went with that hair. I shouldn't have went with that. Of course, we've got a couple other big dudes in the line. We talked about Wardlow before. We got Hobbs. Those are our big figures in the line. Always cool to get some big figures. This is what I'm here for in my wrestling figures, of course. So I like the Brian Cage to an extent. Loses points for his face sculpt and head for me. But it's a good figure, a solid figure, a beefy figure. Can't ask for much more than that for your Brian Cage figures, except you could ask for an FTW title belt. There you go. Maybe in the future, we'll see. I wouldn't be shocked to see the lights go out one night and all of a sudden Brian Cage is in the ring, destroys somebody, starts a brand new feud. Who knows? Maybe he'll come and join up with MJF and help take down Wardlow. He'll be the new MJF Wardlow. Who knows? Something like that could happen too. So you never know what might happen. But Brian Cage, he's got to be out there. He's got to be returning to wrestling somewhere, right? Maybe. Who knows? But what say you about Brian Cage? How do you think about his facial hair? Yeah, bold choice? You guys let me know in the comments down below. Of course, like this video. You made it that far. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. Follow along on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Support the channel. Pick up a t-shirt. And, of course, Patreon, the best way to support the channel for new videos much earlier, giveaways, bonus content, all that fun stuff on the Patreon. So there it is for Brian Cage. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.